This video falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Thank you. Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Pixie Love. You guys can call me Pixie. And today, doing a little short video, some fast acceptance TikToks. Yeah, I'm gonna try to find some other things like to talk about with these shorter videos, but until then, I'm gonna just like record what I see and then, you know, we'll go on from there. Like I said, if you guys ever want to send me something to react to, whether it's fat acceptance or something stupid or racist or crazy, send them to my Instagram. I will, you know, try to react to them. Probably will, because I love to get free videos from you guys. Anyway, started watching this one. She has been on in the videos of mine before. I might do a deep dive onto her too. I think it's been a while since she's been on mine. She's not as hated as some other people, but I personally don't like her. I've never really liked anything she said, so let's see.
I can always identify someone who doesn't have a great grasp on history if they see medicalization as a stamp of inherent virtue.
Okay, just straight off the back from that. So basically, she's gonna find a way where like historical medical terms were turned into slurs or were vastly incorrect, that it's gonna prove that obesity is a slur. How much do you want to bet that's what we're going to see in this video today?
This comes up a lot when I talk about how the word obese is a slur. At least one person will always pop their head out of the ground to say, obese is a medical term, as if that somehow makes it better. You know what else used to be a medical term? Like a lot of bad shit we don't say anymore, because we realized it was stigmatizing as fuck and it actively harmed people. You can Google them, I'm not going to say them here.
I got it. I had to look it up. Because this word is also no longer in my vocabulary. I have not used this word in so long. Every time I hear someone use this word, I talk about it. But I am going to use the medical terminology, which was medical retardation. I'm pretty sure that's the big one she's going to talk about, because I think a lot of people, when they talk about like medical terms that are now a slur, the whole term medical retardation was not a slur. It was when you shortened the word and you used it as an insult. And since it became an insult, that's when it became a slur. Now listen, I personally think that those are two different fucking situations. And since they also no longer use that term anymore, they've changed the term to what they is now understanding people who are neurodivergent or people who have different mental disabilities that make you atypical. They have different terminologies for that now. I don't know exactly what it is, and I feel like I should, but I don't know what the current terminology is, so if you do know, let me know. But yes, with obesity, do I think obesity is used as an insult? I still don't think it's used as an insult. It's used to describe someone's fucking situation, which I guess people could like think the same thing about the other one, but they also have not changed the term obesity to saying something else. And what's the point of it? Because if medical journals created a different word to describe what obesity is, it's still the same thing. You're just gonna be angry about that in like 5 or 10 years from now. Like, and I just like, it's just the hypocrisy. Like, I don't think she understands what she's actually saying. Like, she's going to try to like use this, like I'm saying, like that example, she's not going to say it, but that's the example she wants everyone to think about how like, oh, it's not used anymore because we realize it's a offensive term. It was an offensive term to start with. It became offensive the way people used it. And can I see that happening with obesity? Yes. And in that time, we're just gonna have to change the fucking word. We don't have to. And honestly, I don't think, like I said, I don't think people are using obesity to just be straight up mean. I still think people will call you fat, huge, humongous, whale, hippo, all that shit before they use obesity as a slur. But you're just mad when you hear someone talking about a person being obese and they tend to be talking about it in a scientific way. You're just high in your BMI. That's a scientific fact. Whether you think BMI is accurate or not, it's still what the fact is. Get over it.
Science and language are both constantly evolving and updating. The medical establishment is not exempt from this. If anything, it's actually a particularly strong example of how this happens. We don't need to look too far back into history at all to see how medical terminology and practices change. For example, homosexuality is no longer diagnosed as a mental illness.
Yes, correct. What does that have to do with you being fat? See, you're not even using good examples. If you want to use like a similar example to like the way fat people are treated in like the medical industry and how we're viewed, you could go and use your favorite group of people, fucking black people. Because 50 years ago, they assumed that black people had higher pain tolerance, that like we like took, like it's fucking crazy. And that's something that's actually a body physical thing instead of just like a mental thing. But you didn't even use that example. And even that is still not fucking comparable because they were fucking incorrect. They are not incorrect, however, by the countless and thousands of years showing how being overweight affects your body. But you don't want to hear that.
Female hysteria is not something that's diagnosed anymore. Cocaine and heroin are no longer prescribed as anesthetics or cough suppressants.
Once again, thank you for the history lesson. I feel like we all knew this. Like, I don't see where this is going to where obesity is, because I don't really think you're making a good point. Like, I see what you're trying to do. I see it, but it doesn't compare to me. Maybe I'll be wrong in 10, 15 years when apparently being 150 pounds overweight is actually healthy for you. And just for some reason, our body was fighting being healthy. I don't know.
Lysol cleaning spray is no longer used as a douche. We don't perform ice pick lobotomies anymore. And doctors no longer advocate for the health benefits of smoking cigarettes. Oops. More importantly, when a marginalized group tells you that a word or practice harms them, you can just go ahead and believe them.
See, that last fucking, why do they always do this? They always do this. The last sentence, they just have to say something just to piss me the fuck off. Yes, fat people are a marginalized fucking group, but I just hate the way she said that sentence, because it's really funny, because these are the same people who will tell someone like Michelle McDaniels, like, that she's not being a proper black ally. The bitch is black. She has her own viewpoints and she thinks the way she wants to think. She has her own black experience. Listen to whatever the fuck she wants to say. Same people who tell me like that. It's just, I can't. I fucking can't. I'm done with her. I'm gonna find another video. She just got on my fucking nerves. Everything she said is correct, but I don't think it compares or is anything like obesity. I don't know anything about this video, but the little thumbnail I saw before was a girl who's also been on this channel a few times, and I don't like her, so let's hear it.
Today I started a diet because this shit.
Okay, so let's talk about it. First girl said she started a diet because she has some back rolls, right? Personally, to me, she probably did start a diet. But do I think it was specifically for her back rolls? Probably not. Do I think she was telling a fucking joke? Yes. Because even Beyonce has back rolls, and we all seen that bitch. She bitches fly. Okay? That being said, with that mentality, it's so... See, for me, I'm a little empathetic with the girl who's like that. Because I remember... I told you guys before, I was a very thin child. And I remember when I was like in middle school, I had this like... Our apartments had like a security guard. And I lived in Houston, Texas, and this man, his family knew Beyonce's family or whatever. And he like made a stupid ass comment about how like Beyonce's fat because when she bends over, she has back rolls. And me as like a 12, 11-year-old girl was like, the fuck is wrong with you, weirdo? Like, you're like a 40-year-old man calling Beyonce fucking fat because she has back rolls when she bends her back. Excuse me? Like, it's just... When people think like that, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I don't know. But back to the girl who is losing weight. I feel like when someone wants to lose weight, it's always like a personal thing for them. Everyone is a different size. Like my little sister just finished losing weight. She got back down to her high school height, her high school weight. Really good for her. She's only like 23 and she's still the same size as she was in high school. Fucking awesome. Did I ever think that she was fat or big? No. But she did apparently gain a lot of weight, and now she's happy in her body again. Like, I'm glad for her. She was uncomfortable with her size. If this girl's uncomfortable with her size, and as long as she's still trying to be in a healthy range, let her lose a couple fucking pounds, okay? Like, or if she just learned that as you get older, your body changes and shifts a little bit, your body changes and shifts a little bit. Either way, as long as you're healthy, you know? Mind your business. I don't know why you need to come in here and talk about how since a skinny girl wants to lose weight, it's fucking triggering to your ass. But let's go.
Seen a little bit of discussion around this video, and I've mostly seen people feeling bad for Quenlin because she clearly has some disordered thought patterns. But I honestly don't get it. Like, I don't feel bad for these people anymore.
Because how can I feel bad for someone who probably has body dysmorphia, which is like a point I didn't bring up, but yeah, she probably definitely does, because to me it really didn't look like this girl need to lose weight, but you know, whatever. How can I figure a way to not feel bad for someone who probably has a mental disorder, but me feeling bad for her would make me feel bad for myself, because if she thinks she's fat and I am clearly fat, that means I need to lose weight. You're a selfish human being. That's why you can't feel bad for these people anymore, because all you do is care about your fucking self.
I just find it really upsetting that people tend to empathize with thin people who are clearly deathly afraid of becoming fat or having any feature that fat bodies have, rather than empathizing with fat people who naturally have rolls without contorting their body in a weird way, and thinking about how it might affect their psyche to see someone literally gag on the internet at the thought of resembling them.
Okay, you can feel both ways. Do I empathize as a fat person? The fact that someone has a role that they feel bad, I feel bad for that person. I don't want anyone to feel bad for themselves. And then as a fat person, I get it. Like, I don't want my rolls either, baby. Like, I'm just saying. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a really empathetic person. I easily understand other people's emotions and how they feel. One emotion I don't really get is selfishness, self-centeredness. I am far from self-centered or selfish. I care about other people around me. I live my day-to-day life worrying about how my actions affect other people, because we don't live in a vacuum. We live in a society. Sorry, not fucking sorry. Sometimes your actions will affect the people around you. So if I'm having a bad day and I go to the drive-thru and my drive-thru people are a little fucking snippy with me, I'm not gonna fucking curse them out, because my actions will affect them and their actions affect me. But I can't control their actions. I can only control how I respond. And I'm not gonna fucking blow up on someone because my fucking fries are cold. You know what I mean? And as someone who works in customer service, it really does piss me off when people have bad customer service. But then again, I put it out by continuing to have great customer service. You put out what you want to get back. I don't know. But yeah, she just seems like a very self-centered person, and she can only empathize with people who look like her. She can't empathize with people who don't look like her, because quite frankly, she's too jealous of them to want to feel bad for them. Because God forbid someone who's in a smaller body has body image issues as well. Because I'm sorry, you know what also pisses me off? Okay. Hold on, this is going to become a little longer video now. But you know what just pisses me off? Is that they talk about how society put images of like these super small skinny girls and how that's what's viewed as pretty. But that girl in the beginning of the video is not the image that we have seen on TV as a super like skinny girl. Time after time, girls that look like Zendaya, Kendall Jenner, tall, thin models, Bella Thorne, like those are what has been put out. This girl who just shown is a little thicker than him. Yeah, she's in a skinnier body. She's a slim person. But she's still kind of curvy. She had a little bit of a booty on her. She's still not the image that has been shoved down our fucking throats for the past century. And she's also not the slim, thick image either that's been shoved down our throats recently. So she's also not the ideal body. But since she's in a smaller body, she's not allowed to have body image issues. Excuse me?